Good afternoon and welcome to Body Slam Your Ears right here on the NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, hit that notification button on today's episode, though. We're talking about the Royal Rumble, the Las Vegas odds. How you doing today, Issa?
I'm having a day. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm happy to be talking to you. I need a distraction.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, but get your wallet out because we're going to give you the Vegas odds for who Vegas believes is going to win the Royal Rumble, the matches, so much more. But let's jump in right into the men's Royal Rumble match. We got two favorites here to win, Brock Lesnar and Big E at plus 350. So right there, off the bat, if you're going to put money on a guaranteed winner, it seems like Brock Lesnar and Big E are going to be the ones that pull off the win. I read a theory online from one fan. I have not seen this anywhere else where they believe Brock Lesnar loses his title in the first match.
Oh, don't even try that because I said that on my channel weeks ago.
Oh,
so
sorry, I didn't watch that episode. And then you go forward and Brock Lesnar beats up someone and steals their spot and then wins the Royal Rumble to go fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So there you go. That's someone's theory.
It's my theory. Somebody stole it from me, clearly.
Someone stole it from you.
We gotta get back to the original storyline. Remember, we took a detour at day one because of COVID and Roman Reigns not being able to perform at day one. But ultimately, I would assume this is the direction we were going to begin with, and we gotta get there again.
Yeah, it did feel a little weird having Paul Heyman just abruptly get fired by Roman Reigns and then abruptly join Brock Lesnar. And then it just I was happy with day one, but it all seemed like we had a storyline going for about 11 months. Yeah, actually more than that, 500 something days. And then suddenly it was just COVID ruined our plans today. So let's just abruptly change everything to get where we want to go. I never thought that was a good decision, but at least it happened. So we're going to get Brock versus Roman at some point. But according to your YouTube channel and some person on Twitter, they believe this is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. But I obviously, I obviously thought that, I don't know what that was. I obviously thought that one of the champions will drop the title and that's who will come in and win the Rumble. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's a lot of really good contenders in the Rumble too, but
all right, let's continue though.
I think I would rather see Brock than Big E.
Well, according to Vegas and betonline.com, that Brock and Big E are tied to win this matchup. Big E, to me, doesn't have the momentum. He does not have it. This past week on SmackDown, he showed up to help Kofi beat up Madcap Moss and King Corbin. She's not King Corbin. I wish she's still King Corbin, but just Happy Corbin. So, to me, it doesn't have a lot of momentum where Big E's suddenly going to win the Rumble. I think that's just a poor pick.
No, I'm with you. I actually felt like this week Big E felt very Kofi Kingston when he dropped the title, where he just forgot about it and went back to the New Day. That's what that felt like to me. And if you're gonna talk about momentum, if we look at the Go Home show, I thought AJ Styles picked up momentum last night when he won that match against Austin Theory, which was a really good match. Just AJ Styles going into the Rumble. I feel like he has a little more momentum.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vegas has him in the top 5, so he's number 5 in the odds of winning the Rumble. But The Rock is number 6, though.
Is that the odds, or is that just people being smart? Because I feel like AJ Styles is always such a safe bet. If you don't know what to do, you can put AJ Styles against anyone at Mania, and it's gonna be a good match. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's like going to a horse race. You have 8 horses. You don't really know who's going to win. You have a guess. There's a couple good horses that sometimes win, sometimes don't win. So you're going to put some money on. You're probably going to still lose, but your odds are going to be better than, let's go to the bottom, Vince McMahon. Right. Vince McMahon is at plus 10,000. 10,000. So if you want to put your money on something that, if it does win, you're going to get paid out big time. Vince McMahon is your choice, along with Dominic, Angelo Dawkins, Johnny Knoxville, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Mick Foley, Shane McMahon. All those people are in the same category as Vince at plus 10,000.
That's super fucking stupid, because if I'm Vince McMahon, then I'm booking myself to win and I'll bet on myself. That's dumb.
This is betonline.com. This is the Vegas odds. I'm sorry if you're upset with it. Roman Reigns, though.
I'm not upset. I'm just saying. If I'm Vince McMahon, I'm doing it. I'm gonna bet $1 million on myself, and then I write the script on it. Yeah.
He's gonna pull a Pete Rose. He's gonna bet on himself and then lose games and all that good stuff.
Even better, because he has more control than Pete Rose did. Pete Rose was still taking a small gamble. Vince McMahon books the fucking show. True.
But your theory about Brock Lesnar, losing and then going on to win the Rumble, Roman Reigns is the third in line here, plus 800. So he's third to be picked to win the Rumble.
I just don't see Roman dropping the Universal Championship to Rollins, even though I do think that if I looked at the roster after day one and you told me what would be one person that you can put against Roman that you believe has a slight chance, I would have said Rollins, but I still don't see him winning.
I guess who would? It's very strange to think, but The Rock is someone. But I'm not saying that's ever going to happen. But that's like a person that someone would be like, oh, I believe that.
Right. I think that Rollins and his history with Roman is such a good story. The problem is that the current character that Rollins has, not a lot of people take it seriously. So they're going based on what he's doing now and not the history between the two of them being told over time. Which, if you look at the video packages that WWE is putting together for Brock and Lashley and Rollins and Roman, they're using their entire history going into the storyline. If you go based on history, Rollins has a very big chance of beating Roman.
Let's see, Seth Rollins. He would be number 7, 8, 9. He's number 10. He's number 10 on this list.
He's not gonna win the Rumble. I think he has a bigger chance of beating Roman than he does at winning the Rumble. I don't want to see, unless it's like Brock or Roman. Like if it's not one of the current champions for both Rumbles, I want to see a new winner. I don't want to see a repeat winner.
Well, here are your top 10 choices in the Men's Royal Rumble according to Vegas, in order from 1 to 10, and there are some people here on the list that have not won the Rumble. So let's go through it. Brock Lesnar, he's won the Rumble. Big E has not. Roman Reigns has. Drew McIntyre has. He's number 4. AJ Styles has.
Okay.
Yeah, let me read the list, and you can get upset. All right. AJ Styles, number 5. 6 is The Rock. He's won a Rumble. Number 7 is Omos. That's right, Omos.
No, if Omos wins, I would no. If Omos wins, somebody better come to the St. Louis Arch and find me trying to jump off of it and save me.
Jeez Louise. This video is already going to be striked on YouTube for that comment. Oh, jeez Louise. Let's go. Jesus.
Keep going.
I don't even know where to go now. You just said you're going to kill yourself.
You were at Omos and me jumping off
number 7 is Omos. Number 8 is Bobby Lashley. Number 9 is Seth Rollins. And number 10 is Kevin Owens. There you go. They're your top 10 picks according to Vegas for the men.
All right. If it's not Brock or Roman, I wouldn't mind seeing AJ Styles win the Rumble. Or wait, who was the last one you said?
The top 10? Kevin Owens.
Or Kevin Owens. I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Owens win the Rumble.
Okay. People have won the Rumble, then not main event at WrestleMania. So it's not like it's something new for you to win the Rumble and then not go to do anything at WrestleMania important. It's happened.
Ask Randy Orton.
Ask a couple people. John Cena did the same thing. Let's move on, though. The Women's Royal Rumble match. Coming in at number 1, I think this one is obvious. And the odds have changed since yesterday, since I've looked at this. Bianca Belair is obviously number 1. Number 2 is Bayley. Number 3.
Let's go.
Number 3 is Alexa Bliss. And number 4 is Rhea Ripley. They're your top 4. Bianca Belair at a plus 300. Bayley at a plus 550. Bliss at plus 600. And Rhea Ripley at plus 800. So obviously they're leaning towards Bianca Belair here.
My dog started barking when you said Alexa Bliss, so I might have to put some money on that just because of dog instinct. I explained yesterday right on this channel why I wouldn't want to see Bianca win. Same with Big E. I feel like if you give Big E or Bianca the wins, you're just trying to redeem a story that you messed up yourself. Because Big E won the Money in the Bank. He already had the title. Bianca, you screw her over at SummerSlam, and she has yet to recover from that. But if Ronda Rousey is not coming back, who I thought that's who you were going to tell me is number 1 on the odds.
Number 9. She is number 9. She wasn't even on this list yesterday when I looked. She's number 9 now.
I personally think that there's not a bigger story for Becky at WrestleMania than Ronda or Bianca. But I do think you don't need a Rumble win to get to Bianca versus Becky at WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Yes, but you need the title on the line. You can't have
So
Ronda has to challenge the SmackDown Women's Champion.
No. But I'm talking like if Ronda doesn't enter the Rumble, you can have Bianca win something at the Elimination Chamber to become #1 contender and let somebody else go on to win the Rumble, because I just think that Bianca and Becky is a story that's already told. Where Ronda coming back out of nowhere, I would rather see her win the Rumble and challenge Becky. I think that will, even though their story is also written, they haven't faced each other one-on-one. But I just feel like Bianca doesn't need a 2-year-in-a-row Rumble win. And also, it's because we only have 4 female Royal Rumbles. I don't want to see a repeat winner yet. I want to see a list of females that have won the Rumble. I think it's too soon to start giving it to the same people.
Well, go back to the Men's Royal Rumble when it started. We'll go with pay-per-views. 89 is Big John Studd. 1990, Hulk Hogan. 1991, Hulk Hogan.
Okay, but so back then they had...
Your point was there's only been a few, so don't double up. Well, there's only been a few Royal Rumbles, and they doubled them up back in the 90s.
Yeah, back in the 90s, the roster were 10 people, and 7 of them sucked.
Oh, my.
Right now, you have the talent.
1990, Jake the Snake, Demolition, Legion of Doom, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Earthquake, Typhoon. Don't you dare besmirch the golden era of the WWF. They created the path that led us to here. Just saying.
You done?
I'm not done. You made me angry.
There's a lot of men's Royal Rumble. There's only been 4 females Royal Rumble, and there is talent there for it to not have a repeat winner yet.
All right. Shawn Michaels, 95, 96. Steve Austin, 97, 98. It's happened. It's not like it's
right,
new,
but you're talking about larger than life stars. You see Bianca Belair at the position of Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, or
no? But she needs this. Ronda Rousey does not need a Royal Rumble win to get a championship match. She can just show up and go, "I want to fight you for the title at WrestleMania." Okay.
So we're gonna wait a whole year. For our favorite pay-per-view to see the exact same thing we saw last year.
We've seen Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
I'm talking about Royal Rumble winners, and we didn't see Brock versus Roman back to back.
Not back to back, but we've seen it.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see the same thing happen again, just so you can redeem a story that they fucked up themselves.
All right. So if Ronda
does, for the other 29 women that are waiting all year long, story kayfabe wise, you're waiting all year long for this opportunity. It's kind of shitty.
So let's throw this out. Bianca does not win. Ronda does not go in the Rumble. Who wins the Women's Royal Rumble? Now, these are Vegas odds. They're saying Bayley if Bianca's out. That's Vegas.
Yeah, I would love to see Bayley if she's ready to come back, which I would assume that, I don't know, there's been reports that she's not ready. In my eyes, that means that she is, because you know how this works. If Bayley comes back, I would love to see that. Obviously, Sasha is out. I wouldn't mind seeing a new face win it. Like, I don't know, Shayna Baszler has yet to win gold in the main roster, and they haven't been doing anything with her. There's a couple of women out there. Rhea Ripley, I mean, she came so close last year to winning it. That would be somebody that I would find believable. A returning Asuka, even though she's won it. But I think there's women out there outside of Bianca and even Ronda, like you said, who could win the Rumble, and I will find it believable. I would have even said Lita, but I think Lita and Charlotte are going to eliminate each other and work themselves into a little program.
Yeah, Lita's at plus 25. She's down there. She's like the top 12 people. So
yeah, because I feel once they tease the story with her and Charlotte, I feel like they're just gonna. I feel like Charlotte's not gonna win, so we have to keep an eye on who eliminates her, and that's going to be her opponent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, here are your top 10 women's choices according to Vegas: Bianca Belair, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Sasha Banks, Raquel Gonzalez, Charlotte Flair, Paige, Ronda Rousey, and Liv Morgan. They're your top 10. But I don't let's just go to Liv Morgan for a second, since she jumps off the page to me. She was doing great. And then this past week on Raw, she's involved in a 3-on-3 match with like Nikki ASH and like Carmella. And I was like, oh God, Dana Brooke. I was like, no. I was like, Liv Morgan, you're hanging on by a goddamn thread, and then you get thrown in this shit. You don't have a chance. You shouldn't even be 10.
I don't understand why they continue to do this thing where they just have to, I don't want to say bury, but kind of like stop somebody's push. Right. They got to stop somebody's push to get somebody else a push, right? Because I feel like Rhea Ripley breaking up with Nikki Ash was the best thing that happened to her. And she kind of looked like a badass yesterday until Nikki Ash attacked her. You don't need to put Liv Morgan in the storyline to get Rhea Ripley to look like a badass again. Keep Liv Morgan away from it because she also has momentum. You know, that's the part that drives me crazy. Like, you could have, if you weren't going to do anything with Liv Morgan, then let her cut her promo backstage about how she's going to enter the Rumble. And I didn't think that Liv Morgan needed the rematch with Becky. If she had not lost clean to Becky at day one, I would have put her up there for my favorites to win the Rumble and get that match again.
Yeah, on Raw, there was only two choices in my brain, Bianca and Liv Morgan to win the Rumble. Like, I didn't really have any other choices. If you're putting money down on somebody, you want to pick two. Like, okay, these two.
I would have said Bianca and Rhea.
Nah, she's still busy with that Nikki Ash shit. They're going to continue that heading into WrestleMania.
And Rhea Ripley has had WrestleMania matches, and they're just not. I mean, I did like her match with Asuka last year, you know, and she had the one where fucking Charlotte Flair took the NXT title from her. So if I'm gonna sit here and preach about giving somebody the opportunity, it's like, okay, well, Rhea has gotten opportunities to be in WrestleMania where other people haven't, you know, like Liv Morgan.
Well, if you want to put money down, if you want to make a big giant ass bet, the WWE legend Summer Rae and Stephanie McMahon are at plus 25,000. So you want to put some big money down in Vegas. Also at 10,000 is pregnant Candice LeRae in the same category as Dana Brooke. Can you believe that? Dana Brooke and a pregnant Candice LeRae are in the same category, plus 10,000. Outstanding.
Candice LeRae, why am I booking this in my brain? Because I'm a sick individual. But if Candice LeRae was pregnant with a baby girl, I would say she gives birth at the Rumble and her newborn.
Ratings.
What's wrong with us, Steve? What is wrong? I love how
know.
we can have a super serious conversation and then we switch about a newborn with the umbilical cord, using it to pull the last person out over the top rope and winning the Royal Rumble.
I was going to say, technically the baby gives birth in the ring and you try to throw the baby out over the top rope. Well, the umbilical cord just holds the baby and it never actually touches the floor.
No, the baby uses the umbilical cord and like wraps it around the top rope and like pulls it down, and then the first one goes over.
Perfect.
And that's how the baby wins.
I love it.
We watch way too much South Park. We need to stop on the South Park.
I love it.
South Park will book. You know, South Park will book that shit.
Of course they would. They probably already did, and I just didn't see it yet. We're running out of time here, so let's get to the other matches. Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns at a negative 240 and Seth Rollins at a plus 165. So it seems that even Vegas is a little confused on what they want to do here because like a negative 240 for Roman Reigns, like what the hell, man? What, like,
I think that sounds stupid.
That's like a guarantee, like they want him to win, but yet plus 165 for Rollins is like saying like, oh, well, he might have a chance. So really nobody knows on that match at all what the hell they want to happen. So
I think WrestleMania being such a busy time, it would be dumb to have Roman chasing when he's the one that's giving you the best ratings right now. You have to keep him as the champion to get people to go to WrestleMania or buy the pay-per-view.
Right, and it's like a mirror image for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar negative 230, Bobby Lashley's at plus 160. Literally, it's 10 points off from Brock and Roman and 5 points off from Bobby and Rollins. So it seems everyone is leaning towards, like, I think the champion's going to retain here, but this can go either way. It's a flip of a coin, it seems, for each person.
Yeah, I think that I feel that way about every match at the Royal Rumble. This Royal Rumble, even the championship matches, except for Doudrop versus Becky Lynch, right. Everything feels very unpredictable. Makes it exciting.
Becky Lynch negative 1,200, Doudrop plus 750. So everyone's like, Becky Lynch is winning. Like there's no.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is winning. We know that.
There's no question about that, even towards the Vegas odds. And then the mixed tag match, Beth and Edge negative 500, Miz and Maurice at plus 300. Again, same kind of concept here, where like people clearly believe Edge and Beth will win, but there is a chance that Miz and Maurice pull this one off. So the singles matches, the undercard, very strange. People don't know what the hell is going to happen except for the Raw Women's Championship. And obviously, the Royal Rumble matches themselves have so much going on with, Bianca at number 1 and Brock Lesnar at number 1 for the men. So, we'll have to see what happens. I'm pretty excited. I'm glad we did this because it's easy to do, predictions, but it's a little different when you try to analyze the mathematical equations of a Royal Rumble fictional show and predict who's going to put the most money on what false finish that will exist. Because as we know, plans change.
Plans do change. Vince McMahon is going to listen to this and say, I'm winning the Rumble.
I'm going to put $1 million on myself.
And then he'll just the next day give it to like Austin Theory, and that way he wins the money, and then he has somebody else.
Well, I have a feeling Vince now is going to... Vince listens to this. Vince is listening, so he's like... He picks his phone up because he's got an old phone. Hey, Johnny, is Candace there? I got an idea. All right, here. Well, listen. The umbilical cord. You know the umbilical cord? Yeah, we're gonna, we'll double clothesline and hold arms. We're gonna use the umbilical cord to clothesline Kane right over the top rope. What do you mean Kane's retired? He's a mayor? What's going on? Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen here.
Is there any betting numbers on Kane coming back at the Rumble?
Let me look. Though I'll before we wrap it up, because I gotta go really quick. To hear the names that pop up, that I'm like, wait, what? John Cena, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, King Woods, even though he's injured, Bray Wyatt, is at plus 4,000. Gable Stevenson, the Olympic guy, he's at plus 5,000. Let's see who else we got here.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that being part of his debut.
Yeah, like, Johnny Knoxville.
Oh God.
Those are for the men. The women that jump out where you scratch your head. I guess Trish Stratus at 5,000 plus 5,000. You have Lacey Evans, who I think already gave birth to her baby, so I'm not really sure on that one.
She did. Ric Flair's baby. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. And that's it. Everyone else has been confirmed, like Stephanie McMahon again at plus 25,000. But there you go, folks. Your Royal Rumble Vegas odds show right here on the NYC Demon Diva YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button because she is doing shots for Brock and live streams before most shows, Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and, of course, SmackDown. And she's killing it, folks. So don't forget to follow the Demon Diva on Twitter at NYC Demon D1 VA because DMX got her kicked off Twitter a long time ago and had to change her name. It's true.
Yes.
That's how Rough Riders roll. Well, folks, the show is over. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Steve Fall, and we end the show the same we do every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. That's right. You can say it with me again. The NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. All right, we're done.
Adios.
Adios.